Welcome to the show, Isabelle.
Hello.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you guys?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, are you excited to be on the podcast?
I'm really,
First
really
time.
excited. Yeah. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I'm glad I finally made it on the podcast, on the show. So,
Well, to start things off, I know that Shelby, when we first got into the peer counseling program, she mentioned like passion projects, right?
mhm.
What were you got like initial thoughts when she mentioned, oh, we had to do a passion project as peer counselors?
To be honest, at first, I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because I just forgot about, the outreach we were going to have to do as peer counselors. But then when I thought about it more, I did come up with an idea and I was like, oh, wait, this sounds really fun. This would be a great opportunity to be more in touch with the students on campus. So, yeah, those were my thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I also had no idea what I wanted to do for a passion project. I just feel like trying to plan a project in itself is so stressful because I feel like do you guys ever think like everything's already done, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
so many of the good ideas people have done it or other clubs are doing it or whatever. So I feel like it was kind of hard to find something that you were able to tie into with campus because I didn't do that at first until I had my meeting with Shelby and she was like, maybe we should try to like incorporate some campus aspect. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, you're so right. Like that is exactly what we're doing this for. So I feel like there were different like technicalities and stuff like that that I didn't know how to really fulfill.
No, yeah, I thought the same too. Like when she like, cause going into this, she said, we're actually just supposed to be counselors. But then when she said passion
Yeah.
project, I'm like, wait, I have to like do something extra, community outreach now,
Yeah.
cause I'm not really used to that. Like actually trying to, I guess, connect with the community and pursue an audience and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, what do I do? Because it's like it was almost like kind of nervous about it because I've never really done something like this. But also, like you said, like there's so many clubs and organizations on campus. You kind of want to find something that's unique and that'll like attract people because obviously like attendance level in events on campus isn't as high. So that's another thing is like even if you create an event, there's that like, well, nobody will probably show up just because, right? And it's not, it has nothing to do with us, but maybe if somebody was probably more known, they probably have more people. But this is a new program, so it's obviously harder to get more people to come to events. But it was, in a way, it is kind of good because now it's making me put myself out there and do something that I normally don't do. And we grow best as people, right? Doing stuff like that, stuff that might feel scary or that's uncomfortable. It just helps you grow better as a person. So yeah, I wanted to touch on like your passion project. Well, like explain your passion project and why you chose it.
Yeah, so my passion project, it hasn't happened yet. It will actually be next Thursday. But what I decided to do was a paint and sip. Um, the main reason I decided to do it is because I've always enjoyed painting and I've always found it very, very relaxing. And um, I wanted to share that with campus and make an event that people could show up to, but there's no pressure. It's really just you paint what you want, um, and you don't even need to paint. And just like bring your friends, meet new people. And then I included like mocktails as well and like snacks because who doesn't like that? Like it will motivate people because like as you mentioned, like especially because it's still kind of cold right now, it can be hard to get people to go to these events. So I just wanted to make something that or plan something that won't like require a lot and it's like a way for people to distress after a long day and I don't know, something that doesn't like sound intimidating
Right.
because sometimes like as a student here like I hear about events or clubs and I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, like it sounds fun but I don't know if that's something like I'd want to go to. So just want to plan something chill and it's like you show up whenever you can and just have a nice relaxing night. So, yeah.
That sounds like a cool event.
Mhm.
So but you said there's art involved, right?
Yes.
Have you always used like art therapy in
So,
your life, like to de-stress or as a coping
yeah.
mechanism, like if you're going through something?
Yeah, so especially like when I was younger, like if I was, stressed out, like I always liked to doodle. I always found it very relaxing. I didn't really know like a lot about art therapy though until honestly until like maybe late high school or when I got here. Like that there's actually like a name for it. Um but yeah, like if I was ever stressed, like I don't know, I would just doodle, draw, like paint a little bit, and it was just so relaxing. You just do it, doing what you like to do and having fun. Um, but yeah, like finding out, oh, like this can be used to help people. I don't know, de-stress and like distract themselves when life gets hard. Like I don't know, it's like oh, like there's actually a name for this, and this can actually help people. So
Right.
yeah.
No, yeah, I like the thing you brought up about having a name to the thing because I feel that happens a lot when it especially going into college because I remember like when I would go into college kind of being like what do I want to study and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. You always have these ideas, but it's not until you look into the specifics that you're like, "Oh, there's a name for this." And there's a actually I thought I wanted this, but maybe this would have been better. So I feel like yeah, art therapy is definitely one of those things where it's like I feel like you might think art is a very broad thing that you can just apply to anywhere in your life until you think like no, actually art has helped me and it can help other people and like art therapy is a thing. Like I know Reg and I were trying to do like the art therapy kits and stuff like that and even just talking to the art therapist here on campus and doing research about what to put into like these little kits and stuff. It's so interesting to learn about how different aspects of art can help different people in different ways and stuff.
Yeah. When you say now, whenever like you are going through something or you need something to de-stress, do you always revert back to art therapy, or is that like a main
Yeah, so it was more when I was younger, but now like I usually like do other things. Like for example, I'm on the cross country and track team
mm-hmm.
at Plattsburgh, and I don't know, I always found like going out for a run or even just walking like like a great way to just get my mind off of like schoolwork or whatever else is going on. So I definitely use running as a way to um, cope with like anxieties and worries
Right.
about just the stressors of life. um yeah, yeah, just get out there, get some fresh air. um and I really like even just spending time with like my family and my friends. That's also a great way to just get your mind off of things, because it can be easy just to sit by yourself, and the thoughts can like eat you alive. But um I've always found like, oh, just spending time with people, going for a run, going for a stroll, that's always been a great way to de-stress. Yeah.
No, I agree too. I
Hmm.
feel like exercise is number one when it comes to like de-stressing or
Yeah.
self-care because I know I use that as
Yeah,
therapy. I
release those
mean,
endorphins and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And another thing is also like hanging out with your family. I know it doesn't really seem like, oh, that's like a self-care thing, but it actually is. Like you distract yourself, you hit like some type of dopamine
Yes,
in
yeah.
your mind and in your body that it's just great to be with family and friends and kind of reconnect because sometimes we get so lost in life and we're always stressing about things
Hmm.
or we're constantly, you know, trying to rush things and thinking about the next thing, but we forget to kind of just relax and focus on ourselves, even if it's for 5 minutes. Like
Yeah,
that helps a lot to de-stress.
it really does. Yeah, of course.
Thank you. No, yeah, I was going back to your point with the family stuff because I feel like there's a certain routine when you get into your family that is so easy to get back into because I remember when I had gone home for break and you spent like the entire
Mm,
week home and stuff and it wasn't until that Saturday night that I was like, oh my god, wait, I have to do laundry and I have to pack. Like I have to go back to school. And my mom was the exact same way. She was like, I forgot you had to go back to school because like you come home, we're working, we come home, we have dinner. Like it's just such an easy routine that you fall into so quickly. You're like, yeah, no, I forgot that this isn't like my main life at this point.
Like you said, you just get into the routine
Yeah.
like this, especially with your family. I
Mm-hmm.
guess because you have such a, especially those who have such a close relationship with their family, it's
Yeah.
very easy to just go back to things and go with the flow. So it's nice to spend time with family as a way to like kind of de-stress. And it's also nice because also being in college too, you know, we don't always get to see them 24/7. So when you go back, it's like it feels nice. It does.
Yeah, it's nice to connect them like whenever you can. I remember the other day I was cooking dinner and I just had them like on the phone and we weren't talking to each other or anything. My parents were actually talking to like themselves. Like they were just talking to each other and my sisters were screaming in the background and stuff. I liked it. It was so nice to have like just to be cooking dinner and have them on the phone in the background. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so sweet." It's like I'm almost at home. It was so nice.
No, yeah, literally the same thing happens to me. Whenever my brother calls, and then my sister will join the FaceTime, but sometimes like my brother and my mom will start conversing. I'm not even there. I'm doing something else, and I just hear them in the background, or I'll hear my dog start barking like crazy, and it's just like it feels comfortable to me. It's like whatever. Like I don't need to. It's funny because those that you're close with, sometimes like even if you're in the same room, you don't even need to speak with them. Like just their presence alone is just
The comforting silence.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, like you don't actually need to say anything.
right.
I love when people can get that hint of like we don't have to talk to have a good time. Like we can be like nice. Yeah, we can just coexist.
Exactly.
We can do parallel play, like it's great. I love being able to I feel like that's why me and my roommate we were so good together because we're both very introverted. Like we like having our alone time, but we're the exact same way where we're just like we don't want to be alone, but like I want to be able to look over at you and say something if I have something come to
Right,
mind, but
right.
like we don't have to have a constant
Exactly.
conversation.
Uh-huh. No, yeah, that's a great point. Isabel, you said you're a student athlete on campus, correct?
Yes.
So just speak about more of like, you know, the struggles of being away for the first time, especially as a student athlete.
Yeah.
You know, in your experience as a freshman.
Yeah, so um I guess like I'm grateful because like when I was younger, like I got like the opportunity to do like sleepaway camps and everything. So I w- I didn't really feel too homesick when I first got here. Um but still it was difficult, even I was grateful to have the team because that was already like, oh, like, kind of like a group established, like you already like know people, like oh, like I have so many people I consider like my closest friends that I run with, and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's crazy I probably wouldn't have known them if I wasn't running. But still it was difficult, like, and just weird, you don't see your parents every day. You don't see your siblings like that. That was weird. But also just trying to meet people outside of the team, like in your classes, like because class is such like a weird, it can be such like a formal type of
Mm-hmm.
environment, so it's like it's hard to know, like, hey, like, is this someone like who would want to hang out like outside of class, and someone who would want to get to know me, like that type of stuff. That was difficult. And even just like trying to figure out how bright space works, and okay, like what does this professor expect from us. That was a little difficult, and it, yeah. I
No,
feel like
yeah, I think
freshman year,
what
it's just such a weird year. Like that's all I can say.
yeah, it definitely is a lot of learning. And what you said too is because coming in as an athlete recruiter, because I know when obviously before I transferred to Plattsburgh, I was recruited in Ohio as a basketball player. So what you said is like coming in, you kind of already have like a group of friends
Yeah.
coming in. And another thing is class is very weird. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me, like, or I don't understand like what the whole issue is because this is a common thing. Like you go to a class in college and they say, oh, let's get into groups and discuss. Everything's so awkward.
It's
People
so
don't want to
awkward.
speak. And it's
Yeah.
like, but in high school, everybody was like more than happy to
Yeah.
talk to a random person. But now we get to college, it's like we're scared to make a friend
Yeah.
outside of class. Or like, oh no, we're not supposed to hang out
Yeah.
because I already have my group of friends.
Yeah. I feel
So
like there's
that's
just
what's
all these
weird.
like weird rules people almost have. Like you gotta like I can't say this or I can't do that. Like I have to be like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
and
my phone's on.
yeah,
Like,
and not
not
to be this way, but I feel like social media like plays a, or even not even just that, like the phones play such a big role in that. Like, I don't know, not to go off topic, but I was in memorial lifting maybe like a month or two ago, and this like older guy, he comes up to me and just starts talking to me, and I see him there a lot working out, um, and he was like, why do I always notice people like going on their phones,
You know,
right?
was he kind of my height, the
I think
guy?
so,
Because
yeah.
he
He usually
talked to
has
me too. He said the same
glasses.
thing.
He'll do like
Yes,
he'll walk
yes,
up and down the stairs.
yes, yes.
Yeah, like he was first. He asked me, he was like, I always notice people like when they're like leaving the gym, the first thing they do is go on their
On their
phone. Like,
phone,
what's
yeah.
up with that? Like, are they responding to emails? Do they have to take a call? And I was just kind of like, I mean, sometimes, but most of the time, people just do it because we're so addicted, to our phones. And then he also mentioned how, like, when people are in like the stairwell, because he'll walk up and down the stairs. He's like, it's so quiet. Like back like in my day, like people, it would be so loud. People would actually be talking to each other, like people like who didn't even know each other that well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I feel like everything's so different now. Just I don't know. I even talked to my parents, and they're like, wow, like it was just that's what you did. You went out and you had to introduce yourself. There's no phones, no texting, no Instagram. So I don't know. So it's a weird thing. It's like too bad that people feel that they can't, like, that even introducing yourself can be weird, you know?
That's
And
funny because that feels weird now. Like, and it
yeah,
shouldn't be
it's like,
weird. And you know
hi,
what?
my
You
name's
know what?
like,
I am like a victim to it because sometimes I will go on my phone and I'll be like, oh, I don't feel like talking to this
yeah,
person today, which is fine. Like, I'm not gonna sit here
yeah.
and say, oh,
I know, same here. I'm not
but I
gonna
just
sit
feel like
on
we
it.
shouldn't be like that. Like, and I don't know. Another thing, the old man, what he was
Yeah.
saying, always on their phones. Maybe he was saying it in a way like maybe he's walking by somebody and they'll quickly like go on their phone. So if
That's
you
also
eye
the thing.
contact,
Yeah.
maybe that's what he was talking about too.
I
Because
was also wondering that because, like, like when I see him, I'm not gonna stare. I'm like, let him do his thing, like,
Yeah. Earlier today, Christina and I we were looking at each other, and she's like, "Do you need something?" I was like, "Do you need something?" And she's like, "I thought you were looking at me because you needed help." I said, "I thought you were looking at me because you needed help." Like, you can never just look at somebody and be like, "Hi."
I know.
Like,
It's rough.
something.
It's rough.
that too, and another thing is sometimes like you'll say hi to somebody or you'll meet somebody, and then 3 days later you'll see them again, but they
like,
won't
"Should
say
I say hi?"
hi.
Oh my
And I'm just like, but didn't we
Yeah.
speak the other
And then it
day?
makes you overthink.
Right, and then
Like
it makes
you have like an interaction like that, and it's like it will like affect future interactions with people.
Yeah,
At least
and
for me,
I hate
like,
doing that with like group projects.
oh my
Because,
gosh,
like,
yes.
yeah,
That actually literally happened to me like a couple. I think they were just locked in, but like someone I have a
like,
group
we'll
project
talk
with.
well during a group project. I'll be like, "Oh, that'd be
Yes.
so much fun," and then as soon as the project's over, we don't talk
we
to each other
did.
at
We don't
all.
know
It's
each
like-
other,
Right?
right?
I was like, did that mean nothing to you?
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were having fun.
Yeah, I don't get why that
I just
is.
want people to
'Cause-
know, like, I'll talk to you outside of class. It doesn't need to be strictly in
Yeah.
class. Like, I want to be I want to make friends. I want to meet people. Like,
No, yeah, that's
it's
weird.
just too
Like,
bad, you know.
I'll speak with somebody. I know there was this kid that lives in my suite, right? And like I've had a conversation with him before, and then I've seen him like in the gym quickly or like out in person, like out in the street or whatever. But he will not like make eye contact or say hi. Then I'm like, wait, so should I say hi? Am I gonna look weird if I say hi? So now it makes you think, and I'm like, I don't understand why we are like. And this happened to me multiple times. It's not the first time.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Is
You
like,
don't
I
want to
don't
look
know.
like a fan either. It's like, what if I? Oh, never mind. You didn't see me, but everyone else saw me, like trying to wave you. Like, okay.
Or like or like if you like try and wave at them, but then they like ignore you or
it's
look
like-
the other way,
Or
then you
they're
look,
waving at somebody else, and you're like,
Oh,
and then you're like, oh, I
that's
look
the
crazy
worst
right
when
now.
they're not even waving at you.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh,
God,
I
it's so
can't.
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I will fall victim to that to people that I don't know. And I'll be like, oh my god, hi. And I'm like, they would not be waving at me for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. I have a friend, probably the only person that I've met from a class that I'm like really, really close with. And she's not even a psych major. She's double majoring. And but she was talking about like for journalism, like you kind of, that's the whole point of the major. You have to talk to
you have to
people.
talk to people.
But it's also has given her an opportunity to get closer to her classmates and people in her major. And I feel like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like psych, we don't always get that. I don't know.
I feel like
it's like show up to the lecture and leave. Got group stuff, yeah.
I feel like because some, like, I don't know, because my roommate's a nursing major, and I feel like she has a lot more opportunities to see her nursing like friends. I feel like it's because there are certain majors that have like you said, like those group projects, like for journalism, like you guys have to get together and like talk to each other and stuff. For nursing, you guys are doing clinicals, you guys are in the hospital together, you kind of have to do that. But I feel like for psych, there's not a lot of
hands-on,
there's not a lot
learning,
of opportunities except for like this, which
Peer
only
counseling,
just happened, which I mean was great. Like now we're all, now we all can talk to each other and we know each other and we're friends and stuff. But like if this wasn't a thing, I don't know when I would have seen you, or if I would have seen you on campus. Like I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't think we probably would
Because
be
even
talking
now,
to each other.
I've never noticed
Even exactly, I was just about to say, even now, I've never seen you guys on campus. I still don't see you guys on campus. Like,
well, maybe that's because you're also off. Because I know I've seen
true.
Isabelle a couple of times.
That's true.
already,
Yeah, I don't spend my time here.
Yeah,
I see you at the gym. That's basically. Or no, I'll see you when I'm walking sometimes.
Oh yeah, I saw you the other day by the library.
Can I say something? Yeah. When we first started, Mia used to go to the gym and she would see you, and you guys wouldn't say hi to each other, and she'd come back to me and she'd be like, I saw
you know what it is?
Gym, but he didn't say
you know what it is? Sometimes at the gym, and I told this to one of my CA.
No, you wave though. You see.
Sometimes though at the gym though, like I'll be in another place, so even I know somebody. Sometimes I don't even like pay attention that much. That's what it is too.
I'm bad with that too, though.
But also, you know what it is too, though. That time, like I know Mia was there, but I've already had experiences where people didn't say hi. So I was like, she's probably gonna be another one of those that doesn't wave back. So I was like, whatever, I'll just focus on me.
And isn't that so crazy though? Like we both, like you guys can both have the same mentality to be like, oh, they're probably not gonna say hi to me, so I won't say hi to them.
Yeah, and it's such a bad mentality.
Right?
I'm
like,
trying to get out of it.
Me too.
It's like that. What do they call it? Like the bystander effect of like if somebody's in trouble and you're like, oh, I won't call for help. Yeah, somebody else will call for help or whatever. Like it's like you never place the. I don't want to say like burden, but you never place like the job on yourself to be like, oh, if they wanted to say hi, they would, so I don't have to, even if it's not like a bad thing and it's just like an instinct that we all have in our mind. Like, yeah, because I'll be the same way. If I see somebody that I know walking this way, I won't look at them until they come closer to me, and I'll be like, if they say hi to me, I'll say hi to them.
Yeah, no,
but I won't embarrass myself like that. Like, I just can't.
If I see someone I recognize from afar, I'll like keep trying to like make eye contact, but like if they don't see me, I'm not gonna, because like I don't know, they're in the zone. That's usually also the thing. People are just
like from
I'm
a distance.
I've walked past my friends, and I've been, it's bad. Like one time I went back to my suite, and one of my friends, she was like, I like walked right past you. Like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
Especially because when I did live on campus, I was very heavily invested in my headphones. So like you would not see me without my headphones, which is literally. I don't hear a thing with my headphones. I had to tell Reg the other day. I said, if you need me, tap me because I won't hear you. Oh my god, one of my moments I feel so bad about, it happened like my freshman year, and I still think about it all the time. There was this one guy who came into the elevator with me one time, and he like turned around to try to say something to me, like a joke or something, I don't know, but I had my headphones and my hood on, so when I tried to take off my headphones, it got stopped by my hood, and he literally like just gave me the saddest look ever and like turned around because I didn't hear him, and I felt so bad. I was like, no sir, give me one more shot, please just let me take off my headphones, like we can have a conversation. I felt so bad, but then other people came into the elevator and our chance was ruined. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I think we should have more like just random conversation, even if that means we probably won't be best friends, like just more conversations. It doesn't hurt because you never know what can happen out of that. Just whether it's walking to class or you're at the library or something, because I don't know if it's maybe like fear of, I don't know, embarrassment or shame. Maybe that's probably what it is too.
What if I say the wrong thing?
Yeah, what if I say the wrong thing, or what if I look like this in public?
They think I'm weird.
Literally, what if they think I'm weird? And I do that with like everybody. I feel like the other day I was doing it with my roommate. She filled up my water bottle for me, and I noticed, and I was gonna text her like, thank you for filling up my water bottle, but I was like, did I fill it up and I just forgot that? So I didn't text her because I was like, right, because I was like, that's so weird. What if I had filled it up and I forget, and I text her and she's like, I didn't fill up your water bottle. And then the next day we're talking, she's like, did you notice I filled up your water bottle? I was like, oh my god, yes I did, like, thank you. And she was like, yeah, I was talking to my boyfriend about it because like I felt weird because like what if you didn't want me to fill up your water bottle? And I was like, why are we like this? We literally live together. Like this is like there's no reason why we should be scared to like fill up each other's water bottles or like say thank you or like to like eat something that I make. Like there's no reason why we should be so like
Formal,
right, as roommates. But I feel like it's just something that you do like all the time. I do it with Mia too. If I say something that I'm
Really?
like, yeah, if I say something that I feel like is in the wrong tone, I'll be like, wait, no, like don't take it like that. I don't know.
Yeah, like one of my friends, she pointed it out like the beginning of like the fall semester. She was like, "You gotta stop. All you do is apologize. You gotta stop." And I'm like, "I know. Like,
I'm sorry.
Like, she's like, or like, you gotta stop asking. Like, yes, you can use the bathroom, or yes, you can have water. Like, why are you asking? Like, yeah, it's like weird stuff. I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, you know."
It's funny that you said that. I feel like we always revert back to I'm sorry. Because even like walking, because I live in the dorms, so walking up the stairs, you know those corners, like you don't see somebody coming? Somebody will come down the stairs and they see me, they're like, oh, sorry. But there's nothing to say sorry. I'm just walking up the stairs. Or like I'm going like out of my dorm to the doors. And then I'll push it open, but they're standing right there. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like, okay, yeah, no problem. I'm just, but we always revert back to like, I'm sorry. It's kind of weird.
It really is. It's like, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I feel like there's this big like fear of invading people's spaces and stuff. And because I feel like, I don't know, I feel sometimes people can get too comfortable with being so like boundary heavy, which it sometimes can be a good thing, sometimes can be a bad thing. Because I feel like there are, you know, like you can meet some people who, if you stand too close to them, they will, you know, freak out and be like, you're in my space, you know, get out of my space. What makes you think you can talk to me? And I feel like if you if you encounter just a few of those people, it really sets your mind differently.
It sticks with you. Yeah, because like most people like I've met here, like they've been the friendliest like people I've ever met, but then there is like, you know, certain interactions. It's like it changes so much. Like it changes your mindset on a lot of things.
And it's like those interactions are the ones that stick with you the most, which is like so crazy. Like even if you have even if you have so many good interactions, those bad ones really stick with you.
Cover those good interactions. It sucks. It really does.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a big struggle right now, like with just regular college students creating like or making friendships right now? Do you think that's like why do you think that's such a big issue right now?
Because I feel like there definitely is an issue with that. I just feel like people are just, like, as I mentioned earlier, like, less motivated to go out of their way to do so. And I feel like it's more normalized to just stay in and, like, just not really interact with people unless it's, like, social media. And because of that, people are so closed off. So even if you make the effort to go out and try to introduce yourself, meet people, like hang out with them, like there's some like wall, like they're just always gonna be closed off.
Yeah. So I know like you're an athlete, and I know I was also an athlete at one point. So like coming in, we kind of already had a group, right? Coming into college, but you didn't. So how did you navigate that and creating friendships? Because like coming in, you didn't really have a set group. You kind of had to find people on your own. So how did you navigate that?
Well, mainly because I was lucky enough that I didn't live in like a freshman dorm floor. I lived in the suites. So I already had 3 girls living with me that I was kind of, you know, we were all in the same boat of like, we're living together. We don't really have friends outside of this. So at least we can kind of be our support system, like our built-in support system, because we were living together. And then so that was kind of my main group. And then it wasn't until I had met Mia in my English class that I started hanging out with her more and stuff. And then I think I think my other friends I had met through Snapchat actually. Like
Wait, like you guys just added each other?
yeah,
Or, like
literally
you had no idea who they were?
we added each other like over the summer because we were both like in Plattsburgh and stuff. And so I would watch her stories, and I noticed like I was like, I don't know, like from her stories she seems very cool, she seems very fun. So I straight up texted her. I said, "Hey, I noticed you go to Plattsburgh, like I do too. I'm a freshman, I have no friends. Do you want to go get dinner?" And she's like, "Yeah, for sure. Like me and my roommate, we can meet you in Downer, back when it was Downer." And yeah, so like me and yeah, I met her and her roommate at Downer, and then she like introduced me to her friends, so I kind of had a bigger group there and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of I had to do. It was very hard too, though. I was, oh my god, it was so bad. Like I felt like I was asking her out on a date to be like, did you be like, do you want to get dinner with me? Like it felt so weird.
So I guess that's the key, is just add people on Snapchat.
I guess so, yeah, because I mean, like you're put into that big group, whatever, like the SUNY 2027
Oh, you said
group or
you
whatever.
okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I feel like it was definitely easier. But then there were some people that I talked to over the summer on Instagram, like when people were trying to find roommates and stuff like that. Like there were some people that I had talked to that I didn't necessarily become friends with getting in there because I talked to them, but like I would see them later on and throughout the year and be like, didn't we used to have like, didn't we talk during the summer? And they'd be like, oh my god, yeah, like that is you. So I feel like eventually some way like you just find them anyways.
I think what you said though, the fact that you said, oh, when you reached out to her, be like, oh, I have no friends. That statement alone, I think can be very scary for a lot of people, because it's like, oh, you have no friends. Oh, like you're looked at as like, oh, you're weird, or that's not normal. When I feel like we should normalize that. Like it's okay that you don't have friends. I think we all come from different places. Sometimes it's not easy for other people to make friends as it is someone else. So I think normalizing that, like, that's where like vulnerability comes in, actually, talking how you feel, because I think that's important, communication, right? Because if you don't speak, nobody's ever going to know how you feel. So I think the fact that you said, hey, I have no friends to her, I think that opened the doors for you. And honestly, you're brave for that, because not a lot of people will admit that. They'll be like, oh,
I like chucked my phone after.
but also, like, and coming in as a freshman, you were obviously blessed, to have other people that also, because I know me coming into Plattsburgh, I didn't realize how hard it was to make friends when you're not on the sports team. Because
so how did you?
my whole life has been sports. So it was so easy to like I already had a group of friends. So like when I came to Plattsburgh, I had a roommate, but he was kind of closed off. He didn't want to speak to me. So, and then he ended up leaving. So then I was in my dorm by myself.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then at the time I was done playing my sports. So it was like that year was kind of hard for me. I was just honestly, I just focused on myself, which it helped me actually, because I got comfortable being by myself. And honestly, really just focusing on myself. That's kind of how I got through it. And then the peer counseling program came, so that just opened the doors for me. But I think what probably admitting like, oh, I'm alone out here. That's probably a part of me was like almost shameful to say that, because like, damn, I'm a junior. I shouldn't be like this, but I also didn't know anybody. So now thinking back, I should have been like, it's okay to say that.
To give yourself grace, to be like, I just moved here, like
exactly. Yeah. So
hi everyone, it's Angela here. I'm here to talk about some upcoming events that we have on campus. So first one is April 16th. The theater department is hosting a live action role-playing game in the John Myers building. So again, that's Thursday, April 16th at 7:30. It is called Bergie's Tavern. It's a $5 admission to get in, but I feel like you guys should go. It seems very fun. And then we also have a Out of Darkness walk Friday, April 17th from 2 to 4. It will be held outside of the ACC. So if you come in at 2, you can get registered, look at all of the different tables and stuff set up, and then the actual walk will start at 3 p.m. So yeah, the 16th and the 17th, be on the lookout.
That can just be so difficult. It really can be. But yeah, just like admitting those feelings that you have, because just like in fear of being judged, and it's just too bad we're so closed off. Like, it does need to be normalized more. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think are some ways that students here can, I guess, make friends, or who are struggling, right? Or maybe even the incoming freshmen, like what are some ideas maybe that they can do here at Plattsburgh from your experience? Because I know, like, people, sorry to cut you off,
No, you're
but
good.
because people always say, oh, just join clubs, but that's like so broad and vague
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is.
And it is scary, like, oh, I'm gonna be another thing, like you're gonna be the only one going. You're like, I don't have anybody, so I'm coming to this club. It can feel scary. So what would you say about that?
I feel like the clubs is definitely something that everybody loves to gravitate towards, but I feel like, weirdly enough, I feel like it was easier for me to text a random girl, hey, do you want to get dinner, than it was for me to find a club that I wanted to go to and like join and actually walk up and be like, hey, I want to join. I don't know, I was just not how I'm built, so I feel like that was a lot more intimidating to me, so I never did that. I feel like a good way is definitely the people that you live around. Like, whether it's your roommate or suite mates or people like living on your dorm, because I feel like you're gonna see them a lot probably, so I feel like it's a good way to try to, even if you don't necessarily become friends with them, I feel like it's a good way to get your foot out there, to be like, okay, so how can I talk to these people? How can I kind of introduce myself? What are some talking points that I feel comfortable using with other people, and kind of using that as your guiding point if you were to talk to other people. But I feel like classes are a good I feel like classes are a good one if you're in freshman year, because I feel like it's so easy. I feel like my biggest mentality that I tried to have freshman year was that we're all freshmen. So we're all in the same boat relatively, even if some people do have like two or three friends, they'll probably still want more friends,
Right.
Like, I feel like if there's anything to get from this conversation, it's like everybody wants friends, they just don't want to say it. So I feel like once you get past that stigma of kind of, oh, they don't want me to come up to them, they don't want me to bother them or whatever, if they're just sitting there, I feel like, and I not people love compliments, if you go up to them and you say, hey, I love your headphones, I love your jacket, where'd you get it, I saw you from across the room, I think you look so cool, if somebody came up to me and sat down and said, I think you look so cool, like I would like to be your friend, I'd be like, you shut up, like let's be friends right now, are you kidding me, that's so sweet.
I feel like we should have more of those interactions, right? Just
Right.
I agree.
like, oh, you look like so cool. Like, let's be friends. Like, I feel like if we had that, I think people would be more happier and less lonely.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But yeah, I'm trying to think, like, because I like the it really just like depends on the people you're interacting with too. But like, yeah, just being willing to go out of your comfort zone, whether it's like complimenting people or like asking them to get food, because that's like less, that's like, it's like there's not as much pressure at times compared to like clubs. So just trying to like see like, hey, do you want to get food, and then seeing if you guys hit it off or not, and also trying to like make it like, I don't know, like a weekly thing, just to slowly get closer to people. But it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I think another thing that helps too is even like just doing regular things outside of your dorm, whether that's like go, if you have something to study or do homework, just go do it at the library or go do it by a coffee
Get
shop.
yourself out there.
Or just go to the gym, or just do little things like that, just to get yourself out there more, because that's how you meet people sometimes out of the blue. Sometimes it comes unexpected, not when you want it.
Or like butterfly effect.
Or if you just see them constantly, like that's also a great conversation starter, to be like, hey, I see you around like all the time. Like, because you ever have those people that you're like, like, you're like, I see you all the time, you're kind of like a campus celebrity to me at this point, like what's up with you,
What's up with
like what's going on?
Why is it that you see certain people constantly, I feel like, but it's only like specific people, like you're always seeing them?
Part of me, I'm wondering, it's like I noticed them once, so like now it's like, I just notice them like
maybe
over
that's
and over
what it
again.
is too.
But then there's like people that I'm also like walking past every day, but I just haven't like noticed them. Like I don't know, it's so
because sometimes like I'm walking around, there's still like people on this campus, and I'm like I've never seen them before.
every day,
and I'm like, there's no way. I've been here for 2 years. I should at least know everybody's
I probably
face.
walk past this person every day, and then
right.
I'm like, actually, who are you?
Or if you like slightly take your if you like shift your schedule just a little bit, and then you see like 15,000 other new people, and you're like, if I would have just left my house half an hour later, I would have seen you, and I would have never saw you if I had just stayed with my regular schedule. I would have never saw you ever. It's so crazy to me.
No, that makes sense. Even like going to the gym at a certain time, like you're used to the schedule, but then you switch just one day, and you're like, who the heck is this? I've never seen you before.
There was this whole like friend group. Like I've never like, who are you people? Oh my gosh, it's so weird.
I'm actually kind of a weirdo where it's not intentional, but I feel like I'm pretty good at being able to know people's schedules. So I don't know. It's really not intentional at all. I feel like I can.
Impressive, but I don't think I could figure that out.
I don't know. I feel like I can just.
Well, like
kind of
they're like, what do you mean by schedule? Like maybe just specific activities they're doing throughout the week, or
like yeah, but like I know all of your guys' schedules when you come in for hours.
I feel like that's kind of easy though, because like, there's a schedule up, so like
for sure, but like I like knew it from like the beginning. Like I know it. All of my coworkers and stuff, like on my off days, I'm looking at your schedule. I don't know. I like my roommate, I know her schedule. I feel like there are just so many people that I'm just like, I don't know. I always see you at this time or at this day, or I know that we have class together, and then you always go off this way, but today you're going that way. Why?
Sometimes I notice things like that. Like I'll see the same person, like it's been 3 weeks, and I notice like a specific thing, like they walk this way, they're walking to that building every Wednesday. So I'll notice like little things like that, but nothing like too crazy.
Even like with my roommate, like some days like I know her schedule somewhat, because she's very like routine, like she'll be at the library at this time, but there's still some days of the week I don't know what's going on. I don't know what she has going on.
That's why I like having my roommate's location.
You have your roommate's location. Wow.
I also do that. Like that helps me a lot, because I'm like,
wait,
she has classes, she at the gym. What's she doing? Like,
is it more like a safety thing, the location thing, or is it just because?
I know what she's doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like I just want to find her. I'm like,
literally, I just want to find her. Because my roommate, like, she gets out a lot earlier in the day than I do. Like it's 8 a.m. she's out the door doing something, right? And so I'm like, I don't have class till 11. What are you doing right now? And she's like at the hospital doing her clinicals. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Or if I come home and she's supposed to be home, I'm like, where is she? And then she's like getting food or something, or she's at the library. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
You're really nosy.
I do that with everybody. I do it with
we actually like shared our locations.
Yeah. I used to have like 360 with my high school friends. I don't have any more.
I didn't start the location stuff until I got here though. I didn't really do that with my friends in high school.
Yeah, I think I didn't really start until with my sisters. Like I have my sisters' locations, and I have Mia's location. I have my roommates, and then I have like my cousin and my friend from home.
Is that like a gender thing? Like, because I feel like as guys, we don't really share our location.
It might be, because I mean, because I don't really hear a lot of guys.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of even like a lot of girls, like they'll share their location with each other, but
it might be a safety thing. Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that. Like, but I will be like, I don't know. Yeah. I like having a peace of mind knowing that somebody is like that you're in a building, and if I needed to get you, I can find you. I don't have to call you. I don't have to text you and be like, where are you, or anything. But I feel like it's also just so much easier because like say I want to hang out with Mia, I'll just check her location. If she's home, I'll text her. I'll be like, what are you doing? If she's at the internship or she's in class, like obviously I'm not going to text her and be like, let's hang out.
Right. Instead of waiting for a response and trying to figure out what their schedule is, and
it's just so much easier. You should get on it.
You really should.
It's great.
I feel like I shouldn't.
You should get a peer counseling location and
a peer counselor location. All right, well we could talk about that later. I don't think.
Oh my God! Speaking of gender thing, I have a question to ask you. when you first walked in, either last semester or whatever, did you notice that Jonathan and Aaron were the only two guys?
Yes, I did.
You. Jonathan didn't notice that him and Aaron were two.
I didn't think there was gonna be any guys.
Really?
Yeah,
I said the same thing.
Am I the only one that didn't think that though? Because I went in there.
I didn't like notice it really. You didn't think
I know they're like, honestly, I didn't really notice it that much.
Yeah.
But also, like, going into it, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm probably gonna be the only guy. I was like, I'm pretty sure there'll probably be another guy in there, you know. But I didn't really think that it was gonna be like, oh, it's just me and Aaron and the rest are all females. I didn't really think too much of it. I'm surprised you guys actually thought of that.
Yeah, I was telling him, I feel like it's a thing that girls do. Like, women, we share our locations. We're aware of how many men are in the room. Like, it's just something that I don't know, it's just something we do. I've done it ever since I was a kid.
Same here. Yeah.
Right?
It's just, I don't know, I can't even like fully explain it. It's just like, oh, there's mostly girls here. Okay,
Yeah.
you know. I don't know.
Or if you're like thinking about your teachers and you're like, oh, I've had so and so like women teachers, so and so male teachers. I don't know. I feel like I always just kind of notice.
Yeah.
Were you also surprised that there were like two guys in the program? Because I know she said she was kind of surprised.
I was, a little surprised. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't trying to like remember what I was thinking. Like, cause I definitely noticed there was only two of you, but I don't know.
To me,
A little bit, yeah.
Right? Because to me, I feel like guys aren't as like hands-on when it comes to stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I just think like it's like in our like society, it's just more normalized to have the idea that like, oh, like a woman is a therapist, like, and guys are closed off. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, like, but so yeah.
No, yeah, I kind of agree with that. I guess as men, we're not used to like being vulnerable, or like we feel like we have to be all strong and like, no, we can't say this, we can't say that. But yeah, I've always been like a more hands-on learner though. Like I hate just sitting in the lectures.
Yeah.
Like, so that when I heard the peer counseling, I was like, this is perfect for me.
Yeah. I remember you're talking like all of the guys that I would see in my psych classes and stuff, like unless it was more science based, like my cognitive and biopsych classes, I feel like other than that, I really did not see a lot of men like participating. The biggest class that I've ever taken that had so many men participating was a technology class. Like my philosophy, technology, and being human class, guys were up the wazoo there. Yeah. But like other than that, nothing. I wouldn't say nothing, but yeah, it was very slim pickings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I don't know, a lot of my psych classes, there are not a lot of guys, and yeah, they never really participate. I mean, sometimes, but it's usually the girls in the class.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I don't participate either.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a bigger class or like a bigger lecture, I'm sitting in the back.
Yeah, it can be very awkward.
Which we probably shouldn't be doing that. We should probably break
be
that
more
and be more engaged. Listen to the teacher.
Yeah. Have you guys like if you have like a nice professor and they're like waiting for someone to say something and you guys are just like, for me, I'm like, please somebody say something.
Yes,
say something.
Yeah.
Honestly, it does. I don't mind it. I'll just be like, I'll sit here in silence. I'm fine.
Oh my god! You sit there and you'll stare. You're like,
yeah, I'll just be like, I'm fine.
Yeah, like I'll wait. I'll chill.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing. So. Yeah, no, I'm terrible. You don't want me as a student.
That's crazy. To me, it depends on the professor. If I like you as a professor, I'll speak. If I don't, or I don't know, it depends. It depends on the other type of students in the class, because there can be some very strong-minded people. So like if the one strong-minded person doesn't speak, I won't speak because like that's their job. But like any other time, I feel like if I like my professor, or if it's a smaller class, because like my honors classes and stuff like that, it's literally just a circle of people. So it's like 10 people maybe. So it's a lot easier to talk, and because it's open discussions, it's not like you're just answering a question and moving on to the next one. It's like people are having conversations with each other and discussing with each other rather than just with the professor.
No, I agree. The smaller the classes, I do know that I participate more, but also I think this year too, I've started to participate more in class like discussions.
Supervision.
Well, because that's supervision. That's different. I mean, But no, but I do feel like this year compared to last year, I do participate more.
Yeah.
Because I have like a seminar class, and there, well, I pick and choose when I want to speak. I'm not actually. You're probably right. I don't really.
He does not.
I don't speak like just
That's why I was
because
very surprised.
I pick and choose when I want to speak.
I'm like the same way though. I can't even act like I'm not
Yeah.
doing that.
That's why I was very surprised when you wanted to do the podcast, because I was like,
I
Jonathan, the
surprised
same guy who
myself
didn't
That's the
too.
most I've ever
Right,
heard
who
you
hasn't said a
talk.
word like
Yeah.
during our class last semester, didn't say a single word. I would see him like giggling to himself in the corner, and that was it.
No, yeah, I was surprised I did this too. Honestly, this is like really
Mhm.
putting me out of my comfort zone.
But you're doing so
It's
good.
though. Yeah, you're good at
No, I think
Yeah.
it's good. I feel like, I mean, every other time we've been able to talk for like at
Yeah.
least half an hour.
Well, no, I feel like when it comes to like group settings, I'm more quiet. But like when it's like one on one, or like there's like me and like 2 or 3 other people, like you're probably gonna get to know me a lot more than in a
Yeah.
group setting. Like I'm more talkative once you get to know me.
Yeah.
But
I
like
feel
in
like
a
you're good with questions. I feel like you ask
You
a lot
are.
of questions.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking that
Right?
because like if you want to do like a podcast, you gotta be good about that stuff. You gotta have open-ended questions,
Uh-huh.
and you gotta be quick with it.
No, yeah, it's
That's
almost
something I'm not very good at. But like seriously,
no,
like,
yeah, it's almost like improv. Almost like you kind of have to
Yes.
think on your feet. So obviously, like I prepare myself before, but sometimes
Yeah.
it's not going exactly as you plan. So then you kind of have to think quick based on what
Yeah.
the person says. So
But during like the practice scenarios we do, like I noticed I could see the thought like brewing in your head, like the question, and I was like, he's gonna get like a good like.
I kind of miss doing the one-on-ones with each other.
Yeah.
They were kind of fun.
no,
I
they
don't know if
were.
we've ever done the one-on-one, but like the one where it was the graded ones. What simulation?
Like the one you
Oh, the
perform
physical
it like
things?
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't mind those as much as I thought I would have.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like it was awkward because
Everybody was watching.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like I could see like all of. I could see like my peripheral vision. I'm like, oh god.
No, honestly, when I first did the graded simulation, I was like a little nervous, but once I started, like I kind of like everybody that was watching, I blocked you guys out. Like it was like you guys weren't there, and I was like already locked in. So it's weird. Like once I get locked in, that's it. Like I can't get out of it. So it was kind of like natural to me after.
It was also comfortable talking to Reg. I remember like the 2 times that Shelby was like, "Oh, I'll do it." I was like, "I won't go today."
Yeah, I got Shelby.
I'll wait till Reg comes back. Like, oh no, it was it was definitely a lot easier to talk to them for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're like also like a student here, but like Shelby's like.
Yeah,
above
like
us,
Shelby's like our mentor. Shelby's like the person giving you your grade.
I would
Like,
still be nervous because like she's the one who is like teaching us like all these different techniques, like the validating and like everything you need to know to be a counselor.
sometimes I miss the class.
Me
Like
too.
as much as I love having the internship and being able to just kind of like do what we want in the health center, like sometimes I don't know, sometimes I miss like just sitting down and like learning something or working with each other a little bit more. It was fun.
Yeah, I agree.
I
There's
think
always something new every day.
Yeah, that too. And there's only I don't know, because I feel like there's also only so much you can learn with counseling, because eventually you kind of have to practice it and like use it in real person.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would continue getting repetitive, or I'm pretty sure we could have found like new creative ways to implement learning. Because another thing, I remember that book we were supposed to read. I feel like we should have implemented that more
I
into
agree. I
class,
thought we
like
were
go
going
over
to.
like or highlight specific quotes or
Yeah.
speak about those like coping techniques. I feel like that would have helped us even more.
Because I really like that book
Yeah,
a
it was a
lot.
good book.
Yeah.
My sister read it.
Yeah.
Took it from me.
But just like I remember we talked about like panic attacks and all of that stuff, and like that book talks about that but goes like even deeper and like I don't know, it was really, I recommend it. The Body Keeps Score.
Yeah,
so.
The Body Keeps the
You need a book
Score.
to read.
It's heavy, but it's
It is
good.
very heavy, so
I've cried 1 or 2 times
I
reading
know,
it.
It is. It's not sugar coated, that's for sure, but it does it really does make you think a lot about people and like why they do what they do, and also like how you really don't know what people are going through, because in the brain it just works in just mysterious ways.
And then those like one-off little stories where he would be like, "Oh, and then it worked out for these people, and like now in their future they're better and stuff." And you're like, "Yes, like that is what it's all about. Like you learn how to help yourself, and it helps you in the future." And I loved hearing those little stories. to be like, yeah, and then they figured it out and they're doing better, and I'm like so happy for them.
Like we should prioritize mental health because fortunately a lot of people are not getting the help they need. So.
Yeah.
I think I'm so glad that we have the peer counseling program this semester, and it's just been great being a part of it because like we're also students, and this is such a great way to connect with other students and athletes who are struggling with anxiety, depression, but it's like we're also almost like on the same level as them, and that can also make them feel more comfortable because a lot of people are worried about like actual counselors, like what if they're going to judge me, they're above me, but like this program has been a great way to make people feel more comfortable and talk about stuff that they to us that they probably wouldn't feel comfortable talking to other people about. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think you would use this program coming in, like as a freshman, if it was already implemented?
I feel like I don't know, like I'm very much like I need to know if someone else like has went in, but I feel like I'd be more likely to like in the beginning as a freshman because again, like you can feel lost, like what am I doing?
Right.
But having someone there who will listen and understand and guide you and give you resources to navigate around campus, I feel like that would have been really beneficial for me. How about you guys?
I think this is a program that should be implemented not just here but in every single school.
Yeah.
And I think normalizing actually because I know as a student when you think about it, like it's scary because you're gonna go to a counselor, but on top of that they're a student and they're gonna know about your problems.
Yeah.
So I know there's that fear because yes, there's confidentiality involved, but they still know, like, and you're walking around campus, they still
like,
know.
If I see them, like, they know exactly what I told them.
It can be scary, but I think we have to normalize, like, not being afraid of this fear or shame or this judgment because I think it should be normalized. We can talk about how we feel and just
it's okay
express
to open
ourselves,
up
like, open up. I think the world would be in a lot better place if we had more communication with each other because you see how the world is. I feel like we always hold things back too much, and that's where the conflicts start because you don't know how actually the other person feels. So I think normalizing and being okay to actually speak about how you feel, I mean, I think it's important. That's how we can create a better society.
Just again normalizing people talking to each other.
Right.
Nobody feels comfortable doing that, and that's a big reason why so many people are struggling. Like people deserve to have the resources and like safe places to go and express themselves, talk to other people, and just be real. Like
for sure.
I think us being at events and putting our faces out there, I think that's important. Maybe, well, it will help, make people feel more comfortable to talk to us because I think that's important to show ourselves more and create more community outreach. That way people are, they'll be like, oh, they're not so bad, they're not scary, so I can, open up to you in a way.
We're not just gonna be like judgmental, like emotionless, like robots. Like we're also people. And like it's just nice. The tabling it's been an opportunity for us to show people that like there's nothing to be afraid of. Like we're here for you.
No, I think honestly I wish it was here last year. Maybe I would probably use it last year too, honestly. I definitely would have used it. Because honestly, you also don't want to, like you said, you don't want to go into a random peer counselor, not know who they are, not know the face. So like tabling, I probably, you would have to go to a tabling, see, who the counselors are. And I think that would have made me more comfortable and then be like, all right, let me give this a shot. Because,
it's like they seem cool. Let's just try it out, see how it is.
Exactly.
So Isabelle, thank you for joining us on the show. I hope you had fun. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we end off?
First of all, this was so fun. I'm so happy I was finally able to get on the podcast with you guys. But I just wanted to remind everybody, as I mentioned earlier, the paint and sip will be tonight from 4 to 7 o'clock. Bring yourself, bring your friends, no experience required. Just show up and have fun, paint, have some snacks. And I hope to see you guys there.